Species analysis. The GROLLIS. Homeworld, GOURD Senior. Species age, at least 8 million years in their current evolutionary format. GOURD Senior, a destabilized Class 347 planet. The atmosphere is toxic, with inhospitable air quality, and zero indigenous flora. The ecology is almost entirely artificial. Natural fauna is limited to a few hyper-dangerous clades, with most biomass being these apex predators. The global labyrinth. Almost the entire surface of GOURD Senior has been consumed by an 850-million-year-old architectural crust, save for a few ecological hunting reserves maintained for the elite. The planet is a singular, planet-wide maze of dusty corridors and hallways built in dense, vertical layers that mimic the hyper-congested structure of ancient urban slums. Buildings are stacked haphazardly atop one another, creating a suffocating network of flickering, low-oxygen maintenance tunnels. With almost no outside contact remaining, the civilization exists in a state of perpetual, redundant repair, navigating a world where the original planetary crust is buried beneath miles of crumbling, rebuilt hallways. Existential anchoring. GROLLIS culture is defined by a pathological fixation on the accumulation of physical mass, a practice widely criticized by xenobiologists as a collective delusion. They operate under the metaphysical weight theory, believing that the vacuum of space is an entropic force that erases the light. By hoarding mountains of dense junk and refuse, they believe they increase their gravitational permanence. To a GROLLIS, a soul's validity is directly measured by the tonnage of the clutter they own. Mass is the only shield against non-existence. The ER6-93OS acquisition. In a move cited as the peak of cultural irrationality, the GROLLIS traded a living, biologically viable tectonic chunk of their homeworld to the Moors. In exchange, they received planet ER6-93OS, a universal dumping zone comprised of eons of scrap and industrial junk. While the trade resulted in the loss of rare natural resources, the GROLLIS viewed it as a strategic victory. They successfully traded volatile life for millions of tons of permanent dead matter, which they continue to harvest to increase the physical density of GOURD Senior. The Frogon Syndicates. The High Magistrates Council maintains social hierarchy through the Frogon Syndicates. Cultural status is determined by the ownership of the most lethal and hideous Frogons possible, with one individual holding a record of 3,600 specimens. A pivotal cultural event was the escape of pests, a massive Frogon owned by Senator Misk Riocorcus, which resulted in 260,000 fatalities on the Mirondana settlement. Despite the catastrophic property damage, the event is celebrated via Pest Appreciation Day, a holiday where workers receive 15 extra lunch minutes in exchange for 30 minutes of overtime the following day.